Okay, so I just found something pretty great in these puddles. I'm on a walk on a old dirt farm road in my town of Harvard, and I noticed these black masses in this big puddle. So let's get a closer look. Sorry, my shadow's in there. I'll try and get away from them. All right, so one of them is kind of covered with something. This greenish stuff in the water, which is also pretty interesting. And look at this one. What do we suppose that is? Sorry about the shadows. Huh. This is definitely something that I'll be coming back to take a closer look at a little bit later on. So as I was looking at this mass, I started to notice, I'm looking at the big oak leaf right behind it, and I see all this movement. There's something alive in here, and it's swimming around. So this is a very, very interesting puddle. So it may not look like much, but puddles like the one behind me play a really important role in their ecosystem. See if you can think, why would something want to live in this puddle rather than in the big pond and stream that's right next door? I was walking down the hill to take a look at this pond, see what's in there, and I happened to notice this big hill right here. It made me curious because it's the only thing like it around, and I'm wondering, why is it there? Is this something that somebody made, like a person made? Could it have been something an animal made? I'm gonna look for some clues. What do you think? It's right at the base of the hill. It's old and rotten, but what do you think put that big dent in the side? What does it have to do with this big and sudden hill right by our pond? This is a good time to point out that I'm wearing my rubber boots, because whenever I'm in a shrubby area like this, I like to wear my rubber boots and my long leggings because they help protect me, especially from ticks, which can be active at this time of year. So I would recommend that. I see movement down there. This is the shallow pool. Kind of wondering what all those round things are at the bottom. Something was moving a second ago. So I see stuff moving around in there. At first I thought it was just a little current. The water's actually pretty still. There's all these little things that look like they kind of look like buds of trees, but they're all kind of moving around. So I'm starting to think that they're not parts of trees, that they're something else. I might come back here and take a sample. This is the kind of thing I would just take a sample for a little while and then return it to where I found it. Here's one of those things. If I can do this without tipping my phone in the water. There's a bunch of them, kind of big ones over here. I know there's reflection, but do you see all that movement? That's not just the water moving. Oh, and there's a snail right there. Look at that. There's some kind of shellfish creature there too. So check it out. There's more of those jelly-like masses in this little swampy area. I know they're hard to see. They look kind of gray. And I just saw a frog swimming near them. I wasn't quick enough to get it on video, but I will try again. But I wonder if that's a clue about what's happening here. This is also like a big puddle. So it caught my eye because it's right next to that hill that I've been curious about, but it's not connected to the pond. I didn't see any of those jelly-like masses in the pond, although I'll take a closer look. Whoever made this, whether it was a person or an animal or the earth itself, it's been here for a while because it's got a tree growing on top of it. It's actually got a bunch of trees growing on top of it, but this one's pretty big. I wonder how old it is. So I lost the trail, but I found something better, which is 2 snakes. They're pretty hard to see. Actually, I didn't even see the second one until I tried to take a picture of the first one. They're gray with kind of yellow, beige stripes on them, so they blend in with the leaves. And they're both facing the left in this shot. I kind of saw them because they're dull, but their eyes are shiny. They're not moving. They're getting some sun. If I take a step forward, they might move. Let's see. It's not going to move. Oh, nothing there. I'm going to step on one. That's a pretty good one right there. Can you see it? Oh yeah. It's a good view. And here's the other one. And I wonder why they're right together. Usually when you see snakes, you don't see them in groups unless they're young. You see baby snakes in groups, but these aren't babies. I'm going to say that the smaller one, although the tail is tucked away, it's probably about maybe a little over a foot long, stretched out. And this one up here, I would say is more like a foot and a half, maybe. Not sure. Let's see what happens if I get a little closer. I definitely don't want to step on a snake. That would not be kind. Now, these are not dangerous. I'm not going to pick it up just because I don't want to upset it. But it's not a dangerous snake. It's a really common snake. It's a really good one to look for around here. And boy, they really could care less that I'm here. Either that, or probably actually this is their main defense strategy to keep themselves safe, is to not move and blend in, which they're doing a really good job with. Good job, you guys. Check out this guy. I think this is what I was looking at before. You see that? Squiggling around. And it's right next to one of my big old jelly-like masses. Ooh. There's other little critters here too. So very good puddle.
While I was out, I found lots of other interesting things to observe. Now it's time for me to go home and write down what I found in my science notebook. I also came up with a list of questions about what I found today that I'm going to try to answer myself, and I was hoping that you could help me. What could those big bubbly masses in the puddles be? Why would somebody even want to live in a puddle when they could live in a big pond nearby? What could have made that large mound? Are there other squiggly things in those ponds and puddles? Why are those snakes just sitting there? And why are they all together? If you have ideas about these questions, I hope that you'll write them down and send them to me in the Google Classroom. And maybe even send me a question of your own. I'd love to hear from you. See you next time.